Hello parents and pupils of Year 9. It's very nice to be speaking to you right now, knowing that we are going to be returning to school. I'm going to be seeing you soon. So my name's Mr. Sloan. I'm hoping a few of you still recognise me after such a long break. And you find me rather unusually at home. This is my home, because I've been in school every single day working. So I know school is continuing much as it was. It's still the same old school that you knew. Now, part of the reason I'm making this video is because I know pupils might be worried about a few issues. They might be worried about testing. They might be worried about work they have or haven't done. They might be worried about how things are going to go when they come back. And this video will talk you through those and make sure that you have the facts and are reassured. We are here for you every step of the way. Let me talk you through your first day back at Newquay Tretheris. Now, for Year 9, that'll be Friday the 12th of March, and you'll be arriving in a staggered fashion throughout that day. The details of that are on the table on this page. If you get a bus to Tretheris, check your bus number and see if on arrival you go straight to the Key Hall or the main hall. Otherwise, check your form, see what time you should be arriving, because different forms are arriving at different times, and also should you go to the Key Hall or the main hall when you get here. Now, when you get to your hall, you'll be given a copy of your timetable and seated in a socially distanced fashion to wait for your lateral flow test. That is obviously dependent upon parental consent. Please don't put lots of time and energy into worrying about your lateral flow test. It's a very simple wipe of a swab across your tonsils, around one nostril, and that is the test complete. Now, there will be lots of lovely people to talk you through that. It really is easy to follow. I know I was personally worried about the first one because it's the unknown, and I expect a lot of you to be, but having done it twice a week for the last 3 weeks, it really is nothing to worry about, no drama whatsoever. Having taken your lateral flow test, you then will have to wait for about half an hour in the sports hall, again sitting socially distanced, and you won't be able to socialise during that time. I recommend bringing your phone with you to pass that time. And at that point, you'll get your negative COVID result and you will be allowed to go back into lessons. Don't forget, the one-way system is still in effect and you'll need your mask when you're walking around the school. We also ask you to wear masks in lessons if possible to help prevent the spread of COVID. As I mentioned, Year 9, you'll be getting a fresh copy of your timetable when you come to us on Friday the 12th of March, and that's a Friday on a yellow week. To see your timetable in advance, go to class charts. You can find it there. Now, the timing of the school day will be exactly as it has been, so that'll be form time, then period 1, then your break, periods 2 and 3, then your lunch, then periods 4 and 5. So just like it's been for you during lockdown. What will have changed is that your teachers will be staying in the same room and you'll be moving around the school to them. So back to the old rooming system. And because of that, you need to make sure that you've got your masks on unless you're exempt when you're moving around the corridors, and that you're following the one-way system to make sure we move safely. In lessons, you'll find the lessons ending about 5 minutes early so that you can use provided wipes to wipe down the tables and make sure the room is as safe as possible for the next class coming in. With everything that's going on Year 9, you might be asking yourself how you can access a little bit more help. So speak to your form tutors. You can come and speak to myself, or we're lucky enough to have Miss Barbara, one of the Wellbeing mentors, attached to our year and working with us. Now, once we're back in school, the Wellbeing Hub will be up and running, so if you are accessing help through that, the Wellbeing Hub will be back running once we're back into school. My email, if you want to talk to me, is year9@tretheris.net, so it's year9@tretheris.net, and either your form tutor or myself or Miss Barbara will come back to you. Now, Miss Barbara has worked with some of you very closely, but some of you will not have met her, so she wanted to say her own hello.
Hi Year 9. Some of you might know my face, but for those of you who don't, I'm Mrs. Barber and I'm a wellbeing mentor. As of January, I've now been linked to the Year 9 team, so you lucky people are going to see my face around a lot more often. My role supporting you in Year 9 is to help with anything from home life to school life to friendships to relationships. If you're sat there thinking, actually, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit anxious about coming back to school, or there's something that's really bothering you, then I think the first best bet is to talk to your form tutor, who will then come and chat to me and I'll come and find you. Or I will be based in the head of year office every morning up until about 10 a.m. After that time, I'll then be in the Wellbeing Hub, which is directly opposite the library and just across the way from the head of year office. And I'll be based in there with the Wellbeing team. You can find me there for the rest of the day, so break times and lunch times. I'll also be mooching around. So listen, enjoy the rest of your homeschooling. I'm looking forward to seeing your lovely faces back in school next week, and we'll see you on Friday the 12th. Bye.
I hope you've enjoyed the freedom to wear exactly what you please, Year 9, but now it is time to check, is your school uniform still there, intact, good to go? It's full school uniform for normal days. It will be full Tretheris PE uniform on the days when you have PE. Okay, make sure that for this term you've got the right set of equipment for lessons. You've got your pen, your pencil, your ruler, your calculator, etc. because this term is vital to you. Now, your behaviour is normally amazing, Year 9. Make sure you bring that same high standard. My focus is particularly going to be lessons that you might not be opting for, but I would like to see you still working hard, taking part, being polite, putting on a very good show for your teachers and your peers. Okay? So, lastly and most importantly, if you are having any difficulties obtaining any of that equipment or uniform, please do get in contact with us. The school contact details are on this page. My email is year9@tretheris.net. We will do our very best to assist you. The most common worry that students have voiced to me during this lockdown is, sir, I've got behind in my work. I'm really worried that I'm going to get told off. I'm really worried that I'm never going to catch this up. I'm just really anxious about it. And I completely understand that. You've been working independently for a long time. There's been a large amount of work set. A lot of students have that same anxiety. So I would ask you all, take a deep breath. Let's reset a little bit. You've got a new term starting. Now, your teachers are expecting you to come in with those anxieties, with different levels of work done, with some people knowing some things and some people knowing others. And we are going to keep a close eye on you. Make sure we help you fill those knowledge gaps. Make sure that if somebody does need interventions as they go along, we are there to intervene and make sure they get back on track. So our message to you is, we have got you. Don't worry about what you didn't do in the past. Let's worry about how well you can work this term. That's how we are going to get you back where you need to be. Let's summarise the key points. You come back on Friday the 12th of March. Make sure you've checked your arrival time and what hall you should go to. If you're not exempt, make sure you've got your mask with you and that we sanitise our hands as we move around, and we use the one-way system when we are moving around the school. The Friday you come back on, Friday the 12th of March, is a Friday of a yellow week on your timetable, and you can access your timetable on class charts. Monday the 15th, there will be an extended form time where we'll give you more information, and then again you'll be back in 2 lessons. I hope I've gone some way to letting you know that things will be fine when you come back to Tretheris Year 9. If you still have questions or concerns, and I'm sure some of you will because there is a lot of information coming your way, please do ask myself, your form tutor. You've got my email address. When you're back into school, you can also ask Miss Barber. We are all here to help and support you. Okay? So the last thing I want to say is, I'm really looking forward to seeing you back in the building on Friday the 12th of March. Okay? It's going to be fine. Talk to us. Let us know how you're doing, and we will see you then.